definitely not an artistic type of person. True. Now I'm trying to edit videos, make sort of high quality videos. But the issue is I don't know what to put where. I don't know when it's the funniest to cut or something. When it's the funniest to make an edit. I don't really understand those things because I'm not that creative in that sense. That's why my edits are usually minimal and only related to the music addition and stuff, because I don't really know how to add other stuff to it. You think the world would be a better place if people relied on rationality and less on the feelings? Agreed. See, that's one of the things why raisin phrase is the thing, because their feelings say that that's a bad thing. But rationally, not that a bad thing. The feelings say that the other skin colors are a bad thing, that type of stuff. But rationally thinking, that's just one of the dumbest things you can say. Someone is being bad because they are born somewhere else, or like different skin. That's one of the dumbest things you can rationally say. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Yes. Otherwise, while you're relaxing, you keep thinking, oh, I need to do this thing, I need to do this thing, I need to do this thing, I need to do this thing. And it's never gonna end in that way. You enjoy watching people argue. Yes, actually. Although I like avoiding confrontation myself, seeing other people argue online or in person is always fun, to be honest. As long as it's not involving or around me, Lately on Reddit, for instance, there's been this giant mess of drama. Like, holy shit, I recommend you don't go on Twitch or something nowadays, because oh my fucking god, it's hell. But as an outsider to that whole thing, it's hilarious. It's amazing to watch what's the chaos going down, I fucking wouldn't want to be in it, but seeing it happen in real life to people you honestly don't really care about at this point because you don't know them, that's amazing. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. True. I like staying as hidden as possible so people don't look at me that much. And you don't get asked questions that much, Your mood can change very quickly. I would say a tiny bit. It takes a lot to change it, but when it does change pretty quickly. Lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. I would say also a tiny bit. I do lose patience, but I can sort of mentally stay clear that they're not as efficient at this thing as I am, so they need a bit longer. I can manage that. I'm not an asshole who does stuff like, oh, you're taking too long, and then points the finger at them. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. I super agree. I don't know if I told this story already, but for my exams last year we had a 20-week internship, and for those 20 weeks we had to do some assignments. Just remember, you get 20 weeks for those assignments because they are very long. I did all those assignments in the last 4 weeks because I completely forgot about doing them at the other time. You've always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. I mean, a bit, It is interesting to think about, but at the end of the day, we'll see what happens when it happens, Like, nothing can really say what's true or not. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. I would say disagree. I mean, talking with other people is fun, to a point. But sitting in your room alone, doing whatever you like, that's heaven. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Hell no. I like that. I like theoretical discussion. So that's more fun than a realistic discussion, Talking about what in theory can happen. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. Yes, of course. Why wouldn't I? I've never been, I've never experienced murder or something, but if someone says, I have watched someone get murdered, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna, like, not care about it. Of course you empathize with that, what the fuck? You should postpone finite decisions for as long as possible. Agreed. I'm always not sure whether or not something I do is gonna end up okay. So I prefer, checking it, and then checking it again, then checking it again, then checking it again, then checking it again, then checking it again. Till the point that I am actually happy with it. Which usually is never. So I usually send up what I think is a half-baked project in. Anyway, the second one, which is also related. You rarely second guess the choices you've made. Disagree. I always second guess them, every single time. After a long exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. I think that speaks for itself. Going to art museums, not really, there's not really much to do there. The art is there to watch, that's about it. Like, it's what, a 5-minute walk or something? How much does this cost? Like a lot, way too much. Okay, I get it's like a pretty art or something, but I don't see the point of it at the end of the day. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I mean, that is true, yes. I don't really understand how feelings work themselves, if you know what I mean. I don't understand them really. I know what happiness is, some stuff, what anger, sadness is, and that type of stuff. I don't know what in essence they are, how that feelings have though. So sorry, I hit the mic there. At the end of the day, I can feel them. I can't really describe what the feeling is. You like to have to do list for each day. Heavily disagree. I said it before, I do things because I want to do them, not because I have to. Rarely feel insecure. Nope, always feel insecure. Avoid making phone calls. Hell yes. There was another time during another study I followed. I did animal care in the past, and for animal care we had to call the internships. We had the internet. Okay. So I was out one day at school from like 12 p.m. I think it's just 24-hour clock, 12 o'clock. Okay, that type of stuff. Just in the middle of the day. So I sat on a bench somewhere outside, and for 3 hours, literally 3 hours, I sat there trying to get the courage to call. And I finally did, but fuck me, if I could just end in an email, I would have been happy.